Hi, and welcome back to the Big Knit Energy YouTube channel. My name's Sammy, and this is episode 47 of my knitting and spinning podcast. Today I'm going to talk about 3 whips, 2 finished objects, and my trip to New York Sheep and Wool Festival, and I also went to Woolen Folk. So that was a thing. I wish I hadn't gone. And the week before I went to New York Sheep and Wool, like starting on Monday, I flew to Pennsylvania and I did a few things in Pennsylvania, so I'll talk about that probably towards the end. I do have like a haul to show you guys from my trip, and yeah, let's get started. We'll start with whips. One you guys have seen before. I just started working on this again last night, so my progress is, or maybe this morning. Either way, my progress is very minimal on this. This is my love note, and this is my progress keeper, so I've only knit like a little over an inch. I'm knitting this in either We Are Knitters or Wool in the Gang. I can't ever remember the Pima cotton, so it's like a worsted weight cotton. So I think my gauge is definitely off and that I'm getting a much bigger love note than I expected, but that's okay. I'm almost done with the lace work. I think I only have one more row of lace work, and then I will be moving on to the rest of the yoke. This is my first love note, and I'm excited to see how it goes. But it's got all kinds of mohair fuzz in it because I switched bags and shoved it into a bag that had all kinds of mohair fuzz on it, but I didn't know it had all the mohair fuzz because it was dark when I did that. So yes, that's my love note. And then, there goes my stomach. My next whip is my scrappy crocheted granny square blanket. So I added another row to this, so we're at 5 rows now. The one that's looking on the bottom now is the new row. Let me flip it over so it's on the top. So this is the new row. Let's see, I've got a lot of Crafted by the Fates minis in here. I think this is from my Super Glow 12-day advent from last year. This is Bird Street yarn, Super Glow, Crafted. Oh, I didn't know I put so many of them in a row. This is also Crafted, from a different set though. This is Crafted, and then this is the 2022 October Yarnable. So scraps. I weighed the black yarn that I have left right here. And then I did a row, and then I weighed it again, and I think I used like almost 17 grams of it for one row. Is that right? It seems like a lot. Yeah, I think that's right. And so I calculated with the 2 skeins that I have how many rows I would be able to do, and I would be able to do 12, which would make it just barely not a square because I'm 11 squares wide, and I'm trying to make it like a pretty big blanket. So I did order 2 more skeins of the Raven, and I don't need to. I would only need 1 more for the size I'm going for, but I want to make an elf mail with this as the main color. And I guess I should tell you what it is. It is, my black is Pretty Twisted Yarns, Don't Fear the Reaper, and it's on the Lavish base, which is a 85-15 superwash extra fine merino and nylon. So plus I just have a lot of projects I want a black yarn for, so I will have enough for this, and I'm putting some into my next whip also, and then I will also be able to make the elf mail because I think the size I'm doing for the elf mail is only like, or not doing, will be doing is only like 1 1/3 skeins or something. So My next whip is a new cast on you guys have not seen. And my label here, yeah. So, this is my very first muscle burrow hat. And here it is. So I'm knitting this in an adult small. This is fingering weight. I think I have like 8 stitches per inch or something. And this first color is Crafted by the Fates, Summer in Spookyville. True, there's the label. And this is the Impressionist base, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And, oh, this is fine superwash merino. So, it's a 3-ply, and I think like 19.5 microns, it said. But I knit 11, maybe a little over 11 inches from the crown increases. And then once I got to that point, I just switched to Don't Fear the Reaper. So I think I used about 50 grams, and it's, I went for like 4 inches more of that color, so 2 inches past halfway, so that when I fold up on either side, I will have Summer in Spookyville as the brim. And then the other part, I'm just going to do solid black. So I'll have 2 options. I could do an entirely colorful hat or just a colorful brim on a black hat. But I wound up my second skein of Don't Fear the Reaper now that I've ordered 2 more skeins. And the reason I did that is because I didn't want to waste this beautiful color on the inside of the hat. I wanted to make myself matching socks. So I was just being greedy because I love the color so much. The way it pooled in this hat is so great. I love it so much. I couldn't be happier with the pooling. And I think it'll be more micro stripey like this in socks. So that's also very exciting. So this is my first muscle burrow. You guys are probably going to see a lot more muscle burrows. I started this on Saturday, by the way. So today's Friday. Oh, I started it less than a week ago at nighttime after New York Sheep and Wool Festival when I was at the Airbnb. And then on Sunday, I drove me and my sister drove like 4 hours almost to the airport. And then my flight got delayed like 2 separate times. So it got delayed for like several hours. I think like 3 or 4 hours. What time did I land? Yeah, I got delayed like 4 hours. So I knit during the delays, but I didn't knit on the airplane because I was so tired and like uncomfortable. So that is, less than a week's worth of progress. And I was gonna work on this more last night, but I'm kind of saving it for some time where I'm gonna need some vanilla knitting this weekend. And I have this in my new lock knits bag. I showed you guys this last time, I think. I ordered this from Moon and Yarn Craftroom. So I'm gonna have more to say about the Craftroom later because I went there. And if you are near the Pittsburgh area or you are gonna go travel there for any reason, you should definitely make it a stop because I would say it's like, it's a destination worth visiting. It was the best craft store I've ever been to in my opinion. But I saw this on Bree's stories like a month ago and DM'd her asking if I could order it, and she was super nice and made an invoice and then shipped it to me. So, lock knits bag, Moon and Yarn Craftroom. This love note is in my bag that I made myself when I was practicing quilt squares. Okay. Oh, I forgot to show you guys this. Oh no, I didn't forget to show you it, but I got this after I filmed last week's episode, or 2 weeks ago episode. It came in the mail like that evening. So this is my Ginger Snap Fibers project bag that I just got, and it is pickles. It's really cute, and it came with a yarn cozy, and I didn't even know that. So it's really good quality. Looks like it has interfacing. It has this little hook in it and I just thought it was a funny fabric. It's like a flannel fabric. So I guess there's a bonus acquisition. My first of 2 finished objects is my Rhinebeck doodle cowl. I don't know why I have a hard time saying that. I think it's all the L's. But my Rhinebeck doodle cowl designed by Pacific Knit Co. or Jamie Lomax. And I test knit this pattern. There was a bunch of other designs, but I liked the sheep and alpaca, so I wanted them to be the main focus, kind of. So we've got a couple different kinds of leaves, a little tree scene, and I knit this in fingering weight held double. She has directions in her patterns on how to adapt it for different yarn weights, but I wanted to use fingering weight but didn't want it to go that slow. So yes, that is my Rhinebeck doodle cowl. I list all the colors in the last episode, 2 episodes ago, so I'm not going to do it again. But yes, it's mostly Explorer fibers, Explorer knits and fibers. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah, I like this cowl a lot. It's really soft because I think I used an MCN for it. And I don't know. Tired. I think I'm still recovering from the trip. It was a lot. Okay. My next finished object needs to be blocked. So ignore how short it looks. It is cropped, but I'll put a picture of me wearing it later on because this is gonna kind of go with the talking about the trip. So this is my finished tessellated pullover. This is the Andrea Mallory pattern for Rhinebeck 2023. And I finished this the night before the New York Sheep and Wool Festival, so Friday night, and then I was weaving my ends in on Saturday morning before we went. So I really like it. I made my sleeves plenty long, so I like how those turned out. I do think it needs a block. I think this stitch pattern would really benefit from being blocked. And yeah, but overall I like it a lot. I used I used Moonglow Yarn Co. 100% Merino DK in a one-of-a-kind colorway, so it didn't have a name. I got it on sale during her one-of-a-kind sales like over a year ago, I think. And then the contrast colors are Drops Kid Silk Mohair in the colorway Pistachio Ice Cream, and then the Spin Cycle is Spin Cycle Dyed in the Wool in the colorway Afterthought, which was a birthday gift from my sister over a year ago. So it was all stash yarn, which was really, really cool. Also, I really like the 3-needle bind off with the seam on the outside for the drop shoulder. But yes, I'm really glad it's done. I like it. I will wear it, but I need to block it. So we will put that over here. I don't know where. Right there. Okay. I have a lot of acquisitions from the trip and otherwise. So I'm going to start off by explaining the overview of the trip so that you can understand why I have things from certain places. So I flew into Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and my sister flew there too. She met me so that I wouldn't have to go alone. And I went to so I flew in Monday, got there late Monday. On Tuesday morning, I went to the Moon and Yarn Craftroom because I really wanted to meet Bree, and her store looks so cute. I wanted to go there, and I had originally kind of planned on vlogging everything, but I'm not a vlogger. I'm sure you guys know that. I've said it many times. I wish I was, but I'm not. I get so awkward and uncomfortable when I try. So went to the Moon and Yarn Craftroom on Tuesday, and then Tuesday afternoon, evening, I drove over to more eastern Pennsylvania, and I went and got some bubble tea or boba tea or whatever it's called with Phoenix, Crafted by the Fates, because I wanted to meet her. And we forgot to take a picture together because we are brilliant and great at remembering things. But that was really awesome. I wish I could have drug her along with me to the festivals, but it definitely wouldn't have been good for her health. People were getting COVID. It was overcrowded. It was crazy. It wasn't good for my health. I haven't been feeling great since. And then Wednesday morning, I went to Haley from Locknit's tattoo shop that she works at, and I got a tattoo from her. I will put a picture of it. And then Wednesday afternoon, evening, I drove over to the Airbnb near where we were staying for the Rhinebeck festivals. And then Thursday, me and my sister went to like the world's largest kaleidoscope that was built in a silo, and that was really cool. I'll include some footage of it and a photo, and I ended up buying like a handmade kaleidoscope for my grandma for her birthday, because like she always had kaleidoscopes in her house, which was funny, but we used to play with them a lot as kids. And yeah, then Friday I went to Woolen Folk. Terrible. I'll talk about it at the end. Only my experience. I don't have experience of what the vendors went through. There's been lots of accounts of those, so you guys can probably find those on Instagram and YouTube. And then Saturday I went to New York Sheep and Wool Festival, and I was really burnt out from Friday. Friday killed my social battery, so I mean I tried, but I'm not the greatest at socializing anyways. But and then Sunday I flew home. Okay, so my first acquisitions are going to be from the Moon and Yarn Craftroom, and I already wore this and I need to wash it, but I unpacked and I didn't. I got a shirt from the Moon and Yarn Craftroom, and the logo is super cute, and I love the shirt. It's very soft. I think she has these available online, but it is so soft and comfy. I really like the cut of this shirt. It's very nice. And she also has sweatshirts now. I don't know if she used to have them or if it's a totally new thing, but I know she just recently posted that she has sweatshirts listed, and they're in a really cute color. So check it out. So I got my t-shirt. I got this pink tote bag. Oh, let me take my tag off of it, because you can never have enough bags, you know? I got this really cute tote bag. It's really big and like boxed, so it fits a ton of stuff, and it's pink, so I love it. So we got our tote bag for our shopping. And then I got some like highlighter yellow Angelina that I can card into my bats, because I am collecting stuff to card bats. I've already carded some, and I kept like my weird leftover addition stuff, so I'm gonna add this to my basket so I can make the funkiest, freshest bats. Just, I don't know why I'm talking like that. And then I got some little notions. I shoved some other stickers in here, so not everything is from there. I'll take the other stickers out so I don't get confused. I got these little scissors because, sorry for the crinkling. Got these super snips. These are my favorite type of craft scissors for like knitting and stuff. I have green oones, but I just was like fucking, I don't know why, I just like was like, yeah, and ripped them apart because I was like tired and zoned out. But yes, so now I have another pair. And then she gave me a sticker. She gave my sister stickers. My sister bought some hand spun from there. It was a great time. Yeah. So I got one of the sticker. I have a lot of stickers from Moon and Yarn because they're all really cute. And then she gifted me this little keychain guy for free, and I love him. Also, I might use this little hook to wind off of my spindles, my drop spindles. Because if I hang it right there, then it'll just keep spinning, you know? Dual purpose. So, yeah, he's a little resin ghosty. Super cute. And then, she had like such a good selection of fiber and yarn and notions and all kinds of stuff. Did I get anything else? I think this is all I got because I was trying to be conservative because I didn't have a lot of suitcase space. Let me open this. I'm gonna turn the sound off for a second. I got a petite roving braid from the Fiber Genie, and this is the colorway Boo to You. It is Rambouillet. Oh, I love Rambouillet. It's around 50 grams. It says 50 grams plus. And it is a really cute Halloween colorway. I was stuck between two colorways, and Brie helped me decide because it's like spooky season. Adorable. And I can't wait to spin it. I think it's going to be super cute, and I had never looked at the Fiber Genie stuff before. I don't think I had heard of the Fiber Genie, and now I am obsessed. So, Brie is like got such a great eye. She curates her shop and everything really well. She's just got good taste. Okay. Next, I will show you guys what I got at Wool'n Folk. Yeah. Okay. First off, this I got from, it says Pacific Knit Co., but I thought that it was like Fangirl Fibers that made this or something. I'm not 100% sure. It's just a little drawstring bag with some of like the doodle designs on it, and I pre-ordered this. I think that was an option for test knitters, but I don't know about anyone else. So I like commemorative things. When I go to an event, I want commemorative stuff. So this is what I got, and it's really cute. A great project bag. It's also great for just like kind of organizing your projects. So like I like to put different stuff in bags within other bags, you know, like nesting dolls. But yeah, it's cute. I like it. So I pre-ordered that and was just able to pick it up at Wool'n Folk. Let me get this off of my project or I will forget that my project exists. And then the first thing I bought at Wool'n Folk, it was really hard to shop there, by the way. It was very difficult. So I did buy 4 things, which is we left and came back when it was less busy. But the first thing I bought was from 316 Dye Studios. So I mostly wanted to get fiber instead of yarn anyways, but I think this is 2 ounces. So this is their easy to spin cotton, which I've never spun cotton, but I've really been wanting to. And I wanted colored cotton. I wanted dyed cotton. This is 100% Pima cotton. It doesn't say a colorway, does it? No, it has no colorway, which is interesting. Okay. It doesn't have a colorway name, but I really wanted to try spinning cotton, and this is advertised as easy to spin, and the people in the 316 booth, it was a lady, I don't know her name, but she was telling me it really does make a difference, this prep. So I'm very excited to try spinning this. Yeah, since I do live in a warmer climate. And then what did I buy next? I think I bought this next, and this is from Woolens and Nosh. This is their superwash targy fingering. It's a 90% superwash targy, 10% nylon. And this is their one-of-a-kind colorway Glow Bug. I don't know if it was a show colorway or just something that they had, but I got this to make socks for my dad. I've never made him socks. He says he doesn't want me to, but I don't care, basically. He's a sock guy. He wears socks all the time in the house, so I'm gonna make him some socks that he doesn't want, and that's too bad. But he likes yellow and blues and stuff, so. They had a sample of it so I could see how it striped up. It was really cute. The next thing I bought was really hard to decide because I wanted so many colorways from Dye Mad Yarns, which also look how cute their sticker is. It's just like their logo but rainbow. He's adorable. But I wanted so many of their colorways. They had so many good ones, but like I said, I was trying to make sure I had room in my suitcase, which I had to like lay all my weight on my suitcase to close it. And I also had to wear my big shoes through the airport, which I don't like doing. But I ended up getting the Chester sock base, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and this is the colorway Pop. They said it's inspired by Mountain Dew. And this is from, I think their Midwest slang collection, because they call soda Pop there. But I think I might make myself a hat with this. And then next year, if I go to the festival, the New York Sheep and Wool Festival, it'll be easy to find me because my head will be glowing. So there's that. And then the last one is probably the one I feel like maybe I didn't need to buy that, but this is from Explora Knits and Fibers. And this is their Surrey Alpaca Lace, which is 74% baby Surrey alpaca, 26% silk, and this is the colorway Jeweled Vixen. I just thought this colorway was really cool, and I still feel that way. So I don't have any plans for this one, which is why I feel like maybe I shouldn't have got this one, but oh well. Maybe I'll hold it together with a different yarn and make a hat out of it. I don't know, but it's nice. That is all I got there. And then New York Sheep and Wool Festival haul will be really short because I didn't get very much. First off, I stood in the, what's it called? The merch line forever. There was a merch tent with like a really long line. And then I don't even like the logo this year because he's like a angry looking colorful guy. I don't know. You guys probably saw it, but it's pretty a lot to wear on my clothes, and I am a lot, but I just didn't really like him. So I got this men's denim shirt with like embroidered on there, New York Sheep and Wool 2023. The logo I really liked was 2021, but I got this and I'm just gonna wear it like a jacket because it's lightweight and I live in a warm place. Ooh, sorry for the lighting changes. The next thing I got is a drop spindle. It is a Bosworth, and I see everyone talking about it, and I wanted to be part of it. So I got this like cool mustardy color. I think it calls it, the name is orange something. The name is Osage Orange, and it is a featherweight. Yeah, let me take my tag off. It's pretty cool. Oh, the shaft is really pretty. I don't know if it's gonna focus or what. Do that weird hand thing, but it's really nice. I like it a lot. I'm glad I got it. I was deciding between this and one other one, but the other one was so light I didn't really know how to spin with it. And then Felicia, I think it's Felicia, not Felicia. I've known people with both, but Felicia, One Whip Wonder on Instagram, ended up buying that one, so that's really funny. Yes. That's all I got at New York Sheep and Wool. Like I said, I was like burnt out from Friday, but I do have a couple other things, so hold on a second. These are not from my traveling, so these are just other acquisitions. This is the Typical Bliss Patreon sock set, which I haven't been subscribed to for a long time. This is a stitch marker it came with. If I sound suddenly unamused or displeased, it's because there's no colorway name. I don't know what the inspiration is behind this one. It's supposed to be Studio Ghibli. Oh, dropped its game. But this is April's colorway. Pretty sure. Yeah, this is April's colorway. So it's 6 months late. May to June to July, August, September, October. Yeah, 6 months late. So there's that. Yeah. And it's kind of muddy a little bit. I mean, it's okay, but I just would like to know what the inspo is, I guess. And I'd also like my Patreon rewards not to be 6 months late. So April was the last month I paid for, and then I dropped my tier down because I was like, well, I'm afraid to completely unsubscribe because I don't want to forget about the stuff that I'm supposed to get. But I eventually did unsubscribe because I was just like, this is ridiculous. So 6 months late, here we go. They've all been like 3 to 6 months late. This one was, I think, the worst. But yeah, don't recommend her Patreon subscription. And I'm not trying to be mean, but I just think it's kind of shitty to like promise these things and then keep promising more when you're not even delivering on the first things. So the next stuff is Crafted by the Fates. This was her last like shop update before she takes a little break. So she's on a little break right now and she will be back. So, oops, pardon all the plastic sounds. So this is the colorway Oogie Boogie. Oogie Boogie, Oogie Boogie, I don't know how you guys say it. This is the Surrealist base, which I told you guys about earlier. It's 40, it's 75% fine superwash merino, 25% nylon. So this is the Oogie Boogie colorway. And then, it's a fingering weight. I don't think I said that. And then it came with these cute little pumpkin stitch markers that match the colors. Yeah. And then plastic sounds. I also got the Lock, Shock, and Barrel mini set, which look how good these look together. Look at them. So I'm really excited about these. They're so cute. Look how cute. Look how cute. What am I gonna make? I don't know. Maybe lots of things. Maybe I'll make a top, and maybe I'll make a muscle row and socks, or with the scraps from the main color and then the stripes. I could have just like the increases and decreases be in the main color and the rest of it be stripes. I don't know. So many choices. But I really like this. I like that it's kind of like a weird pukey neutral. And then with the Lock, Shock, and Barrel minis, I got these stitch markers, jack-o'-lantern, and little skull and crossbones. And then she sent stickers and stuff. She always puts cute little extras in there when you order something. So yes, Oogie Boogie. Super cute, Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Yeah. And that's it. I think. That's it. So I think November 18th I'm going to the SoCal Fiber Fair. So if you live in the SoCal area, I think this is the first year. It looks like it's gonna be not a shit show, and like it might be smaller. So if you guys are in the SoCal area and you're gonna go to the SoCal Fiber Fair, let me know. We can meet. But I'll talk about Woolen Folk. I'm gonna try not to drag it on too long because I'm sure that most people have heard about it and have probably heard enough. It was terrible. I will never support them again. And by them, I mean like the organizers. The venue was moved at the last second. People weren't notified. I didn't know the venue changed until they started posting things on their Instagram about the parking situation. It was supposed to be at an orchard. They claimed that when I say they, every time I'm going to be referring to the organizers. If I'm not referring to the organizers, I'll clarify. They say that they moved the venue because of the rain and that it was going to be an indoor event now and it was for accessibility and stuff, but I don't believe that to be true. The venue had no parking. It was in a parking lot, but not even a good one. And we parked a mile away. I got there like 2 hours early because of the post about parking in the new venue. I was confused and scared, so I got there like 2 hours early, walked a mile, went and got some like drinks and snacks and hung out for a little bit, and then went down to the venue. Because I had been walking around the town, I walked down like an alley to the other side where there was no line to get in and get your ticket scanned. On the line towards the like main street was like backed up around a bridge. It was really long, I guess. They didn't have signs, they weren't communicating. There was no signs, no anything to let you know anything about the event. It was, one, no parking, so that's not good for accessibility. Two, it was down a hill, like the whole thing was on a hill, so that's not great for accessibility. It was gravel and dirt, not great for accessibility. It started raining, which made it worse, obviously, but it wasn't the main problem. The venue had a max capacity of 500 people, but over 3,000 tickets were sold. So it was really terrible. I mean, even if less tickets had been sold, it still would have been hard to get around because the way the vendors were like crammed in everywhere. It was a really small venue. The lighting was not it. The tents were not really good for the weather. They weren't set up properly. There was like just plastic on the ground, cardboard on the ground, which ended up like getting really waterlogged and becoming like slippery and a trip hazard. There was people in like mobility aids, got stuck in the mud, almost tipped over like several times. Someone did, like at least one person fell, because there was no parking and it was creating so much traffic. Like I think the city wasn't even like notified that there was going to be this big of an event, and I think someone got hit by a car like trying to get to the event or leave it, I'm not sure which. There was only 3 food trucks: oysters, vegan food, and barbecue. It was advertised that this was going to be an accessibility like friendly event, that there was going to be a lot of food like there has been in the past 2 years, and that there was going to be live music. There was no live music. Everyone's booth was flooding that was outside, even if they were promised to be inside. So their product was getting dropped in the mud. The tent was leaking on their products. The lighting was not it. Me and my sister were using our phone flashlights, so like if one of us was looking for something, the other one was trying to light it up so they could see. It was pretty bad. Everything was really cramped and crowded. We were getting pushed a lot, and it wasn't even like anyone's fault necessarily. We had to go up 5 flights of stairs that were like narrow, so it was hard to pass people, like not go around people, but like to go one person up, one person down, to use the restroom. All the doors in the building were blocked by the booths because that's where they were told they could set up. They were blocked, so there was only one way in and out. It was just one double door for people to go in and out, and there's like hundreds of people in there. There was only one small, like really cruddy elevator for people with like mobility needs to get up to the 5th floor where there were more vendors, but nobody knew of that. Yeah, it was just pretty bad. Anyone with like health issues that needs to avoid germs would have been like screwed. If anything had gone wrong and people needed to get out of the building, like an emergency, then it probably would have caused more accidents because the access and egress was not it. I'm sure they were violating tons of codes, and yeah, it was just really terrible. I think if I had known what the venue was going to be, I probably wouldn't have got tickets, but considering they changed it so late, I had already had the tickets, so it was overpriced event anyways, especially for what we got, but I think it was expensive anyways. But then with what we got, it was really shitty. So I don't know if I touched on everything, but it wasn't it for anyone with, well, it wasn't it for anyone, but it definitely wasn't it for any disabled people. And you guys can probably see tons about it all over the internet because it's been a big deal for the past week. So I will stop talking about it. What I will talk about is I got to meet Bree from the Moon and Yarn Craftroom, which was awesome. She's even nicer in person, which I didn't know was possible. I got to meet Haley Locknitz, who is just as like bubbly and charismatic as you would expect. And I got to meet Sock, or Katie Bill, Misfit Sock, who is so nice. I also got to meet Sandra from Sandra Gets Scrappy podcast, and I think that's her Instagram handle also. I barely got to meet her, but she was really cool. And I got to meet Tashi, Tangles and Starlight, who has gives like the best hugs. I don't know if it's because she's tall or because she's wearing like hand spun, and it just makes her really huggable. And she's super nice and outgoing. And who else did I meet? I met other people too, but I'm going like blank right now. I didn't do the meetups on like Saturday because I was really burnt out from Friday, like I said, which I'm kind of sad about. I wish I got pictures with more people, but like I get awkward when it comes time for pictures and stuff like that, so that's one regret. If I go again, I'll definitely try to be better about that. Who else did I meet? I know I met other people, but I'm going so blank right now. If I met you and I'm forgetting about it, I apologize. But yeah, that's really all I have for you guys this week. I'm hoping to get into quilting so I can show some of that. And if you guys want to see any of my dice making, you can go follow me on Instagram at Inedible Dice. And I will see you guys in a couple weeks. Oh, I'll probably see you next week because I need to clean my craft room, so we'll have another cleaning my craft room video. So bye.